Hi YouTube universe. I'm making a video today called the baby tag with my adorable child Tuscany Rose. Her full name is Tuscany Rose Martha Johnston. She was born on July 15th, 2015, and she's almost a year. And I'm so excited to celebrate her birthday next month. Now, her middle name, Martha, came from my boyfriend's dad's mom. Unfortunately, she died while I was pregnant. I was still in my first trimester, and it was really hard on him, and after she died, he said, if it's a girl, can we name her after Martha? And I was like, yeah, babe, of course, you know. So her first name came from this Australian singer I found on Facebook, and I was like, that name is awesome, like no one has that name. So that's where her first name's from. And then Rose, I just thought it was cute. Tuscany Rose. And after we had her, we realized that that's an actual flower. My boyfriend's mom looked it up, and it's a real flower, and it's the name of some neighborhoods here and also a name of a road in Vegas. So just some fun facts. Now, nicknames for her, my mom likes to call her Tootie. Very weird and random. I call her Ty or Ty Ty. So whenever she starts rubbing her eyes and we can tell she's getting tired, me and my boyfriend say, oh, Ty Ty's getting tie-tie. And she probably hates it. So yeah, my mom calls her Tootie. We like to call her Ty sometimes because it's just the first letter and the last letter of her name. And I love that name. It's from Clueless, and it reminds me of my favorite movie. See, before I was only just gonna name her Ty, and I had so many different options. But now I can call her both. So let's see here. She ripped up this paper, and she really wants it. Now, her weight. Oh, she was born at 1:45 a.m. July 15th. I already said that. Didn't get to say the time. Now her weight when she was born was 5 pounds 9 ounces, and I thought she was gonna be bigger because I gained like a lot of weight. But that was just me. Her height, she was 19.5 inches. Now she's almost 20 pounds, and she's probably about 22 to 23 inches. How long was she in newborn diapers? For, I'd say maybe 2 months. See, there were some people that told me not to buy newborn diapers at all, but people at my baby shower did, and I'm so grateful that they did because she needed them. She was a tiny baby. So it just depends on your kid, you know. Some kids skip that size altogether, but she was tiny. And I'm so grateful still because I didn't have to buy diapers after my baby shower for like half a year. So that was awesome. I was stocked up on diapers till January, until we moved into this house. So that was awesome. I was also stocked up on wipes for like 8 months. So yeah, pretty cool. People bought me huge boxes of wipes. Now let's see, newborn clothes. She wore newborn clothes till she was like about 4 months, I think. She stayed true to size, and she's small, so Tuscany, stop it. Okay, next question is, did you use the swing? Yes, I did use the swing, and I'm still using the swing, and It's my favorite thing in the world, honestly. It puts her to sleep so fast. That's how I make my YouTube videos, actually. And yeah, it's still my favorite thing. And people that don't use their swing, I'm like confused. I'm like, it's a lifesaver. So let's see. Recommend buying a play mat. I do. If you don't want your kid playing on the bed, tummy time, they can have tummy time pretty much anywhere. On the floor, on the bed, you know. If you don't get one, it's not a big deal. People bought me one, and I'm so grateful that they did, because she loved it. I didn't use it for that long. I didn't use it as long as I thought I was going to, but still a great buy. Now, do you recommend buying a bouncer? I just think that it depends. Oh, really? I think it depends on the kid. She didn't like hers at first. There was a time that I actually... I was so tired, and I just wanted like at least 3 or 4 consecutive hours of sleep to myself. And she just wouldn't go back to sleep. So this one night, I put her in the living room in her bouncer, and I left and got back in my bed. And like 3 or 4 hours later, my sister was like, "You left your baby in the living room." And I was like, "Oh, you're right." I was like, I forgot I had a kid because I was sleeping. And it was horrible. I was like, I literally forgot that I had a baby for that short amount of time. And then I went and got her and put her in the bed and fed her. So yeah. Now, do you recommend buying a bassinet? I do. If you're afraid to co-sleep. That's the only reason why I wanted one. And then I realized that we didn't need it, only because I was paranoid about it and I felt like she was gonna fall out. Now, it's kind of stressful because it was right next to my bed, but then that's when I started co-sleeping because I just wanted her next to me, and it was better because we had more of like a bonding time. Tuscany, stop it, stop. And yeah, so that was better for us when it came to co-sleeping. Now, you definitely do not need a bassinet, but if you are nervous about co-sleeping like I was, then you can try to put them in the crib earlier. I just didn't have my crib put together yet because I was living in a different state. So that was the reason for using the bassinet, and I had put the bassinet together even before I had her. Yay! Yay, baby! Yay, baby! Okay, let's see what the next question is. Must-have item, the swing. And my boyfriend's brother's girlfriend bought it for us, and I will forever be thankful because I'll probably be trying to use it until she's 5 years old. If I can. She'll probably grow out of it soon. Item that I shouldn't have bought. I have a bouncer, one of those ones that you put on the door frame. She doesn't like it. She doesn't use it at all. She's having some weird traumatizing. I haven't tried to put her in it in like 4 months because I know that she doesn't like it. She wouldn't move her feet in it. She wouldn't do anything. So I might have to take this necklace off because she's just so curious about it. Now let's see. Another item I shouldn't have bought is like the basket cover when you go to a grocery store, because we don't use that. Usually when we go to the grocery store, we just leave her in the car seat, and that's how she stays in. Sorry guys, she's wearing this because we just got done getting her pictures taken today, so she's hot and she's grumpy, and she has the attention span of a gnat. Oh, baby. Okay, let's just try to get this done. Now, advice on breastfeeding. Right before I had her, someone in my family sent me a breast pump, and because they knew that I was going to use it, and I only had one breast pump, so I used it. They had me try to pump my boob right after I had her in the hospital with one of their manual ones. It wasn't working at all. But I started using my breast pump right when I saw my milk coming out. So that was about 5 days after having her, and right after I started storing it, and sometimes it was easier for me to pump and then just give it to her like that, and she drank it, because at the time she wasn't breastfeeding. Right after I had her, they put her on the nipple and she ate off of me for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then they were like, okay, we'll try again later because she doesn't need that much food right now, and see if she latches on later. So I think we tried again and she just wasn't having it. And then the nurse gave her Similac. So I was nervous about that because I was like, well, once she gets formula, she's never gonna want the milk that I have. And you know, that wasn't true, because she took the milk that I had out of the bottle and she got used to bottle feeding. So after about 2 weeks straight of bottle feeding and me trying every once in a while to breastfeed again, she never latched on again, and that made me nervous. So one day I just was laying down with her and I tried breastfeeding again, and she latched on in 2 seconds. So the only way that she would let me breastfeed is when we were both laid down on the same side, and that's when she would latch on and she would go to sleep in 2 seconds. And I was like, oh wow, that's all it took. Like, that's all I needed to do. And we were golden from there. Around, I'd say 5 months is when I hardcore started freezing my milk. So by the time she was 8 or 9 months is when I started losing milk, and I wasn't expressing as much. It might have been because I started working out again. And I mean, I'm not exactly sure, but I couldn't pump anymore, and I wasn't pumping by that time. So that's probably another reason. Right when I started working, I stopped pumping because I didn't have time. So that's probably why, you know, I was kind of weaning off of that milk, and I had a lot of milk stored up by then, and we've used it all by now, because I mean, I was giving her the powder and my milk at the same time. So now that's my advice on breastfeeding. We'll go to the next question. What worked to calm her down? Well, the first bath after we brought her home was a disaster. She hated it. It was me, my boyfriend, and my sister trying to give her a bath all at the same time, and she was not having it. She hated baths. Now, baths are probably the #1 thing that calm her down, and her Binky. And I didn't want to give her a Binky at first because was obsessed with sucking my thumb when I was a kid, and I know for a fact that it's because I had a Binky when I was a kid. So for the first 2 or 3 weeks of her life, my mom kept trying to give her a Binky, and I told her no, I don't want to. But then we realized that that was the only way that she would be quiet. Like, it's like instant quietness, so that's awesome. Now another thing that calms her down, right after her bath, I like to put I like to put lavender oil gel right under her nose, and it's like baby chloroform. Yay! Hooray for the baby chloroform. No, she'll be getting that soon. No, I'm just kidding. Now, bedtime routine, just, you know, right now it's spoon feeding, bath time, rubbing her with the baby oil and the lotion, getting her dressed, putting her in the bed or in her crib and giving her a bottle, and she falls asleep for like 12 to 13 hours. Score! Now, one of the last questions is her favorite toy. I'd have to say maybe like her little Miss Piggy, or just random stuff on the floor. Stuff that I have to take away from her, or, you know, just like, she'll play with anything. She'll play with her foot. She's easily entertained. Do we co-sleep anymore? No, she won't even take a nap with me. She won't even cuddle. And the last question is, what's your favorite thing about her? My favorite thing about her is everything. Everything, baby. She is the light of my life. I wouldn't trade her for anything in this whole entire world. God gave me a reason to get up in the morning and be happy, no matter what. Like, she's the meaning of unconditional love in my life. So I will forever be thankful and forever love this little princess. Now, if you guys want to see the pictures that we took today, follow me on Instagram. My Instagram name is c.Sierra, C-I-E-R-A. I'll put it in the link box. I hope you guys liked this video. Say bye, baby. Bye to YouTube. Like and subscribe, guys. Okay.